Okay, so it's no secret. I'm new to creating a YouTube channel. Never had the need or the desire to do so before. But after following this Watts case from day one and subscribing to various channels and reading a lot of comments but never posting, I figured, you know what, I gotta jump in. I just couldn't be on the outside looking in anymore. And the reason I think is that after a year and some days, I have to admit that while I truly believed that Chris Watts had killed his entire family, a year later, not so much, after reading and doing some research. Oh, sure, he admitted to it, right? I remember that. But then I also remember in his first confession, he admitted to killing Shanann only, after she had killed the children. And yes, he had a mistress, but in how many previous cases have we been told that just because someone is unfaithful, that does not make them a murderer? So as the year went on, I read other opinions and I looked at the evidence they had presented, and I came to the conclusion that I probably would be the holdout juror. I do not believe that there has been any evidence that has proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Chris, in fact, had killed them all. Now, don't start calling me a Chris lover, because I do believe he belongs in prison. I'm happily married. I have a family. So I have no interest in the man, and he's much too young for me anyway. But fair is fair. And I keep thinking back to other trials that I had watched and evidence that was brought forward. And I think that is the problem with this particular case. There was no trial. So there was no prosecutor, giving their side of the story and presenting evidence. And there was no defense giving their side of the story and giving evidence. Kind of like the Jodi Arias trial. Oh my God, that one was long and drawn out. But at least there was a final verdict, wasn't there? And I think we all felt pretty comfortable with it. So when I was reading these other channels, I noticed very few gave the online community the ability to voice their opinion without being run off by some mob mentality. And I thought, this would be kind of fun to have a channel that you could always come to and kind of act as the jury during jury deliberations. Discuss, look at the evidence together, debate why we'll feel, one person feels this way, while the other person feels that way, without attacking, without threatening, and without doxing each other. I think this should be a safe environment. And so, you might call me a jerk, and I might call you an idiot, but at least we are not engaging in dangerous and illegal behavior. I would like to keep this channel as a type of place where we could discuss other crimes and criminal trials that come up in the same fashion, where if somebody feels one way or the other, that we can come and discuss and say, this is why I feel this way, this is why Joe feels that way, this is why Ann feels this way, and nobody feels like they have to be scared or hesitant to say really what's on their mind. So, and another thing that's kind of exciting is that my daughter Marie will join me in our little debate, our own little debate, when time permits. She still is convinced that Chris killed the entire family. So I'm extending an open invitation to share your opinions. I need someone to tell me why you came to the conclusion you have, and it doesn't matter which one it is. But I need you to explain to me why you are steadfast in your decision. Because I have to tell you, I have gotten to the point where I do not believe that Chris killed the children. I believe that he may have killed Shanann. I don't know that for sure either. So, if you want to discuss it with me, please feel free to. I look forward to making some friends online and discussing this and other cases.